find it interesting that the first day of the trip was in Oregon, and that's when I stayed at Wolf Creek, and that was probably the poorest campsite that I had. There was that poison oak right there. It was kind of cramped and claustrophobic. And then now here I am on the last night of my trip, a month later, in Oregon again, and I have probably the best campsite of the whole trip, as far as campsites are concerned anyway. I'm at Malheur National Forest, which is in kind of central east Oregon, and there's nobody here. This whole place is to myself, everything. This is a campground called Star Campground, and there's a highway up above. I can hear cars right there coming past every once in a while, but otherwise, there's nobody camping here, which is great for me. What I decided to do is go south on Highway 395, and I like Highway 395. I've been on it many times then in California, down near Lone Pine, Bishop, Lee Vining, those areas. Highway 395, it runs along the eastern crest, well, not crest, but the eastern side of the Sierra Nevada range. And it runs all the way up through that area, which is all high desert. So that's where I started, in Spokane, 395 south, and the parallels are pretty striking. You get these scrub brush, you get some scraggly looking pines here and there, not a whole lot of trees in most places, some kind of rolling hills. Reminds me a lot of Bishop or Lone Pine area in some places, and then there's some places that kind of remind me of the Central Valley. Long way south and got to this town called John Day, and this guy's lucky. Get out of there. There's a fly on there. By the way, only one mosquito this whole place. This place is good, but there was a fly on the lens. And John Day. So I don't know who John Day is, but he got both of his names named after a city. So he did something around here that the locals liked. And then now I'm like 30 miles, 40 miles south of John Day on Highway 395 in the Malheur National Forest with nobody around, including the mosquitoes. That one mosquito that's here, I killed it. So, this is where I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. It's about 8 o'clock. I already ate my dinner. I'm starting to wind down. Considering there's no mosquitoes, I don't think I'm going to set up my tent. I think I'm just going to lay down right here on this bench and see how that goes. I've done that a few times on this trip. Twice I got rained on, and another time I got pretty ravaged by mosquitoes all night. But we'll see if this is the time when everything goes well, sleeping on top of the bench. And what do you know? Here I am, 15 minutes later, inside my tent. It's raining outside. I can't seem to learn a lesson. 2 times I've laid out on the bench with my sleeping bag, marveling at the nice, warm, dry skies, and been rained upon. Now this is the 3rd time. So I got up, recorded that lightning, figured, this is just some kind of dry lightning. It was kind of off in the distance. But then I snuggle back in my sleeping bag and I start feeling tap, tap, tap. What do you know? It's starting to fall on me. So I got into my rain mode and jumped up into my boots. First thing I did is scrambled over to my bike, got out my tent and threw my rain cover over my sleeping bag and sleeping pad and my pillow, because of all things, that's the last thing you want to get wet. And then hurried up to get the tent put up. And as soon as the tent was put up, threw everything inside, closed everything up, and got inside. And here I am. And there's the patter of rain. It was raining harder earlier. It's probably now, with my luck, just going to totally go away and be completely dry in a couple minutes. But, oh well, that's life in the great outdoors.